We good? We're good. I'm Ryan, your host for The Toast, and we're going to talk about Hardcore Henry, a movie I've been really looking forward to. Holy shit, where to start? I mean, first up, the brutal James Bond-style opening credits really sets the tone of the film. They were so full of slow-motion brutalness, but it's kind of beautiful. You know when you see something in super slow motion, and you're like, whoa, that's actually really pretty. Yeah, it's like that, except, whoa, that knife is slicing through that guy's flesh. Honestly, if you can't get through the main credits, then you should not be watching this film. Although the violence itself actually isn't too extreme, it's more the perspective it's presented in. Yes, this entire movie is filmed in first person, a method of filmmaking that's only really been toyed with in the past. And I thought it would be jarring at first, but you soon get into it. And even though you only experience this thing through Henry's eyes, it does a great job of world building and really setting a pace. Seriously, this movie never stops, unless you count the moment where it turns into a sitting on a bus simulator, but I just thought that was hysterical. The action-filled plot is easy to follow as you're running, jumping, climbing, fighting, shooting from place to place and from scene to scene, just like a video game. I mean, that's the whole point. It was made to kind of emulate a first-person shooter video game. And it even comes complete with silent protagonists, cloned NPCs, every weapon, every vehicle available for you to drive. Hell, there's even a slow-moving elevator. If you've played video games before, you know the slow-moving elevator section where you have to defend something on an elevator or you're in a slow-moving elevator trying to fight off things. It's in there. I mean, if you're not a gamer, well, you're probably not seeing this movie if you're not a gamer, but like, if you're a gamer, then you really do appreciate the slow-moving elevator. Oh my God, that was funny. Character-wise, really, you've only got the super creepy villain. Well, he's not creepy, he's just a creep. And then you've got his wife, his motivation through the whole thing. And then you got Sharlto Copley as everyone. Seriously, Sharlto Copley's full acting range is in this movie. It's basically an audition tape for any role you would ever need Sharlto Copley for. I mean, hell, even when I did my Hardcore Henry trailer review, I said that there was going to be a touching moment between Henry and his wife that mixed all the action that's going to give me the feels. But then when that moment came, it wasn't with Henry at all. It was with Sharlto Copley. I mean, I love it. I love it. It's great. Honestly, Hardcore Henry is just an over-the-top action movie, but it's got a well-thought-out story, and by a technical standpoint itself, wow, I can't wait to see the Blu-ray features on this movie of how the hell they did this. Now, as hyper-violent as Hardcore Henry is, the amount of comedy and sheer lunacy in it keeps it from ever getting too serious. So it never becomes just a gore fest. There's always something technically superior that they're doing with the camera work, or they're just some really kooky idea they're throwing in, or it's just funny. I mean, the part with the horse was just hilarious. Especially because they make such a good use of music in this, both for humor and action, and it really lightens the whole thing up and gives it an energy. Hardcore Henry is just plain fun, and that's why you go and see this movie, for fun. If you go into this movie expecting some amazing Oscar-worthy performances, no. It's a popcorn movie. What do you expect? That's why you don't criticize it too harshly. You just sit back and enjoy it and be like, oh, whoa, ah, whoa. Hardcore Henry is a movie that needed to be made to get this whole first-person filmmaking thing out of our collective system and give us a fun, unique take on an action movie. And that's why this guilty pleasure gets a rating of toast and jam.
Jammy.
Because it's a ton of messy fun. What can I say? Hardcore Henry makes you realize that life itself is a first-person movie. Anyway, click away if you want to see more from me, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Now, I don't know if you've got D-box seats in the theater near you. They're the motion seats, but a friend recommended it to me, and I gotta admit, first-person movie with a motion seat is a damn good time. Not if you're prone to motion sickness. I did see a few people run out and come back in an appropriate vomiting time later, but if you got a strong stomach, I highly recommend it.